Sorry.
We're live. Woohoo!
Yay! What'd you find out about the link for sharing? Or are we just not going to tell people that we're live? Because that's fine too.
Trying to find out how this works right now.
Okay, well, we can just record the show and figure it out later because it's getting kind of late and the boy's probably gonna
let's do this.
Pop in about 15 minutes because his computer will lock him out.
Hey, Growly Bear. It's like we just start and Growly Bear's in here. We're using Lightstream for the first time, so we're trying to find the way to put a link into Facebook so people can see it live. And let's see. Why are you doing that?
Just want to get this done. It's an early morning tomorrow.
Let's do this. Boom, done. No link for you. All right. You're up.
No, I'm not. Is it back on now?
I said you're up.
Okay.
Boom! I'm sorry. I should give you the...
I just didn't hear anything through the headphones like I normally do, so it's okay. You can leave it. It's...
You're up.
Okay. Okay, it is back now. Growly Bear can hear.
Yeah. Ha-ha.
Sorry. Welcome to the Alien Invasion number 261, recorded on Monday, July 15th, 2019. I'm Vanessa, along with my co-host, Brad. On this show, we will talk about aliens of the extraterrestrial variety, as well as alien-related things, like space. This week, we'll be talking about the UFO enthusiasts storming the castle, aka Area 51, and the castle saying that they stand ready. So the government is not looking forward to potential things. And an unexpected disk around a black hole, as well as a UFO sighting in Rome. We will also be reviewing the 2018 movie Extinction. Before all that, though, our question. Alien fashion. I know people are just wondering about this at night as they lay in bed trying to fall asleep. But anyway, do you think that they wear the silver suits as depicted in classic sci-fi films, or do you think they wear clothing similar to us? And that's assuming that they even wear clothing.
I'm going to say... That's weird. Why doesn't this... Okay, I'm going to do quick screen there. Okay. I'm going to say that the silvery fabrics that we have seem that they would be very uncomfortable, not for day-to-day wear. So I'm going to say that they wear nicer clothes than that.
Do you think that there are ET fashionistas? Or are they just pretty standard in their...
So like Instagram influencers?
You don't know.
No, that's true. I don't know. You know...
I know it's a very unimportant thing to think about, but it's just a thing that popped in my head.
Yeah. I really don't. For some reason, like 70s silvery disco suit pops into my head, and I can't see that being all that comfortable. And Growly Bear says that aliens wear Spanx. That's
Gotta keep it in somehow.
Yeah, it's a distinct possibility. It's hard to say. Yeah, if more than anything else in this world, you want to be comfortable and you want to wear sensible clothing, I think that's universal. So if they do have a silvery fabric that is comfortable and breathes well and works well with controlling their body temperature, I think that that is the fabric that they would wear. If it's silver, it's silver. So there you go. That's my answer. What are your thoughts?
I like the idea of little ET fashionistas strutting down the runway.
Yeah, that seems fair.
And see, Cosmo actually is applicable as long as you don't add the Politan part. Be like,
wah, 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 wah.
you're stuck with me.
Well played. Well played.
So yeah, no, I'd like to think that if they do in fact wear clothing, that even if it's not very diverse, that there is some individuality to it.
Sure. I could see that.
So,
boom.
A little bit of customizing, but I see them being practical. Unlike some people with a closet full of purses and not going to name names. On that note,
I love you.
I love you too. FYI, Brad's the one with the closet full of purses. That name is me. It's Anessa. All right. And now for the news. Again, the news. All right. So feds warn UFO enthusiasts against storming Area 51. The military stands ready. They've got a plan to raid Area 51 and, quote, see them aliens, unquote. But what will happen if they actually do it? For over 1 million people have signed up to a joke Facebook event calling on users to meet at Area 51, the U.S. Air Force Base in Nevada that's long been a source of alien conspiracy theories, in September. If we Naruto run, we can move faster than their bullets, the page says, referencing the Japanese manga-inspired running style with arms outstretched backwards and head forward. Let's see them aliens. A pinned post on the page. Sorry, I just want to laugh at that. Let's see them aliens. I'm going to get a bumper sticker. I'm going to make a bumper sticker. This is Let's see them aliens. It will be done. All right. So a pinned post on the page attempted to cover its bases reading, "Hello, U.S. government. This is a joke, and I do not actually intend to go ahead with this plan. I just thought it would be funny and get me some thumbsy upsies on the internet." But as the event has gained traction, inspiring dozens of memes and jokes, the profile of the situation has risen. So much so that the U.S. Air Force has been made aware of the potential impending raid, and they're not as lighthearted about the situation as folks on the internet are. Area 51 is an open training range for the U.S. Air Force, and we would discharge anyone from trying, I cannot read. Okay. Area 51 is an open training range for the U.S. Air Force, and we would discourage anyone from trying to come into the area where we train American armed forces, a spokeswoman told the Washington Post. The U.S. Air Force always stands ready to protect America and its assets. CNN has reached out to the U.S. Air Force and is waiting to hear back. Area 51 has been a source of alien conspiracy theories for decades.
I'm trying to find something. Something might be wrong here. Keep going.
Area 51 was officially acknowledged as an Air Force base in 2013, but has spurred conspiracy theories as an unidentified flying object and alien holding site for decades. In short, it's thought that Area 51 holds all the government secrets about aliens, though the CIA has published documents confirming its use as a test base. But it has since been confirmed that the US government has spent $22 million researching UFOs. Just last month, a group of US senators were briefed on UFO encounters the US Navy has had too. And that comes from CNN.com.
Interesting.
Right? I'm really curious to see how this all plays out. I know that it is a joke on Facebook that someone started, but I do see a group of individuals just going for it.
Stupidity knows no bounds.
No, and they don't mess around at Area 51 if you try to break in.
Well, it's a
military
Air Force,
base,
and they work with experimental planes. They will kill you. Anybody who thinks that they're not going to get shot might need a bullet and a dose of reality. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you're going to, like, I don't know, a baseball field, climbing a fence and playing a ball game or
running the bases.
Disc golf or something for an hour and then leaving. You're probably not going to get shot doing that. But you probably will going into Area 51 without authorization. So don't do it.
Yeah. Take that.
It's my advice. Don't get dead. Don't go to Area 51 and try to sneak in.
Too right. All right. My story. Surprise! This monster black hole's disk shouldn't exist. This is a story from space.com. And let's get into gear here. Astronomers have discovered a thin disk of material spiraling into a supermassive black hole in a very faint galaxy, an unexpected finding that may provide further clues to the dynamic processes surrounding black holes. Using the Hubble Space Telescope, astronomers observed the black hole at the center of the spiral galaxy NGC 3147, which is located around 130 million light years away in the Draco constellation. Black holes in low luminosity galaxies like NGC 3147 usually lack sufficient material captured in the galaxy's gravity to feed off of, and are therefore considered starving. Researchers were surprised to find a thin disk encircling the black hole at the center of this galaxy because the disk looks similar to the kinds of accretion disks that typically encircle black holes found in extremely active and much brighter galaxies. Quote here, the type of disk we're seeing is a scaled-down quasar, a luminous galactic nucleus, that we did not expect to exist. Stefano Bianchi, an astrophysics professor at Roma Tre University in Italy, I'm sure I totally massacred that, a lead author of the study, he said in a statement, "It's the same type of disk we see in objects that are 1,000 or even 100,000 times more luminous. The disk is so deeply embedded in the black hole's gravitational field, according to the study, that the light being emitted from the gas disk is altered by the intense gravitational pull. Hubble measured the disk spinning around the black hole at more than 10% of the speed of light, causing it to brighten as it moves towards Earth and dim when it moves away from our planet. This process is known as relativistic beaming, whereby relative effects alter the luminosity of matter moving at speeds close to the speed of light. This is an intriguing peek at a disk very close to a black hole, so close that velocities and the intensity of the gravitational pull are affecting how we see photons of light. Scientists can use these observations to test Albert Einstein's theories of relativity, which explain how gravity can warp light, as the light coming from the center of this disk appears warped. The resulting distorted images we see could provide unique insights to the way light and matter behave so close to a black hole. Now, this paper was published July 11th, so 4 days ago, from the monthly notices of the Royal Astronomical Society. And again, this story comes to us from space.com.
Space.com is a great website.
It most certainly is. I like to read all of my astronomy-based news from there. It's well worth a read.
Mm-hmm.
So, it turns out we don't know a lot about the universe. Surprise!
We don't know a lot about our oceans.
We don't know a lot about a lot of things, and that's okay. You know, the more we learn about black holes, I mean, there's a lot of theories now where the right kind of black hole could be used as a gateway to a further point in the universe. I remember reading an actual honest-to-God legitimate science paper stating that there are certain types of black holes that you could actually survive through. So, you know, the more we can figure out what's going on with these things, the more we could, and granted this is 130 million light years away, but they could have other benefits for understanding, getting different views of physics and whatnot could actually potentially help us with space travel and eventually meet other civilizations potentially. Who knows?
It's true.
So, this was a great story. Bam.
Yay!
That's all I got to say.
Okay. Sightings.
Woo!
A UFO sighting, continuing on with the Italy theme. There was a strange spaceship seen over Rome in a video. I have to note that I did watch the video, and it is incredibly poor quality, as are most of the UFO videos that pop up on the internet. But anyway. Oh. Sorry, I heard the video. Okay, anyway. So, an unknowing family was looking out of their window from their home in Rome when they spotted a bright light on the horizon. Suddenly, the light, which is yellowish and perfectly circular, shoots up towards the sky. The family is left baffled by the incident, with people in the background saying in Italian, "What are they?" The person who films then adds, "Here it is, it's going up. What's this stuff? It's gone." The video was picked up by several media outlets in Italy before conspiracy theorists got a hold of it. Several UFO hunters are convinced that this is a sign of alien activity in Italy. Popular YouTube channel UFO Mania said, "A luminous sphere was spotted and recorded with the mobile phone by a family living in the area of Via Chigi in Rome." Many people who commented on UFO Mania's video were absolutely convinced that the sighting is extraterrestrial. YouTuber Eva UFO commented, "It's a plasma drone. It's got to be alien technology or something else. Just understand that they are taking pictures of our landscape and maybe compare them to old times." Which means they've been around for a long time if they're comparing them to old times, especially Rome. There's a lot of stuff from way back when that, you know, I don't think their landscape's quite changed as much as ours on this side of the globe. All right, so anyway, one person, Cover UFO magazine, believes the sighting could have been an alien abduction. They commented, "Did we just witness an alien abduction? This is exactly how several spheres we saw over a busy interstate outside Albany, New York took off. This looks real to me." However, others were not so convinced by the video's authenticity and believed the sighting could have been of something which was a more logical explanation. Michael Bryant wrote, "Obviously a kite." YouTuber Stuart Walker questioned whether the video was a complete fake. He wrote, "They find something so interesting they need to film and zoom in, but they just get a little fed up and stop. Anybody who has been to Rome or checked on maps will know how heavily populated it is, and everybody would have seen it. They're not wrong. But yeah, the video is super short. It is incredibly grainy, very, very not clear as to what it is. But you do see this silver orb over the horizon, and I can't tell if it's a combination of camera shake or the actual orb, but it seems to kind of bounce a bit before it takes off. But that just might be the camera shake. And I think Brad is sharing the video right now if you happen to be watching.
I am. Based on what I saw, it almost looked like the object may have tilted and stopped reflecting the light.
I can see that.
Because it doesn't really seem to all of a sudden take off.
And like I said, it could just be the camera shake too that gives it the illusion that...
The video of the dog getting run over by the car was the next one that popped up.
Yeah, that's why I just completely shut down all of my windows.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you do decide to take a look at this story, we're going to have the link in the show notes. Watch out for the video of the person driving over the dog.
That's sleeping.
Never mind. We're not going to talk about the dog. Moving on.
Yeah, sorry. Autoplay, it's a blessing and a curse. And I think it's more trouble than it's worth. And I kind of wish that autoplay was not a thing, especially like continuous autoplay, because like 99% of the people are probably not going to want to see something that disturbing.
True story, bro.
Anyway, back to aliens. It could also just be a weather balloon.
Yeah, this person that says obviously a kite. I don't know if it's obviously a kite.
I don't know it's a kite, but I could see it being a weather balloon. Well, and depending on how close the kite is, I don't know that you're really going to see a kite that big that far away.
Well, it looks like it turns just enough that
it's no longer reflecting the
whatever
light.
It is thin or something like that, and it stops reflecting. A kite, if it were a kite, is its movements are determined by the wind. So I don't see it because it's fairly steady, and then it's like it turns and it's gone. It doesn't like automatically shoot up into the sky or anything like that, but it just blips and then it's gone. It's very strange, and unidentified.
Therefore, UFO.
Boom.
Mission accomplished.
Yep. And yes, Growly Bear, black holes have weight. Does that make your mass look fat? I don't think so.
You pull it off well.
You absolutely.
If you enjoy the alien invasion and would like to do more than just subscribe, please consider becoming a partner with us. Go to gncasts.com/support and click on the Patreon link. Consider sending us $1 or $2. Your help will go a long way to help us grow our content, or at the very least, allow us to continue to host these podcasts. Picks and warnings. Woo-hoo! Yeah, we have like no sounds. I'm just like, yeah, the thing. So picks and warnings. This week we ended up watching a movie on Netflix called Extinction, and it was released in 2018. Apparently there are multiple flicks called Extinction. Surprise. This one, it sounded like, was supposed to be released in theaters, and then it didn't, and then it got released to Netflix. And this movie is about a father who has a reoccurring dream of him losing his family. And his dreams happen just in random bits and pieces, out of order. He doesn't really know what's going on. And eventually these nightmares turn out to be reality when Earth is invaded.
Yeah. What happens in his dreams with these lights coming down from the sky and these vehicles coming in close to strafe buildings and blow them up, and it's like he's vindicated because his wife thinks he's absolutely nuts.
Well, his wife, his coworkers, his friends, everybody is like, you need to go get help. Here's a card. Here's a doctor's number. For the love of God, go get help. And he considers it, but then stuff goes off the rails, and then he's like, I was right. He doesn't get cocky about it,
No,
though.
he does not. He's like,
But you see the expression on like his wife's face, for example, and she's like, I'm sorry, I didn't believe you. It's not, I don't know that that's necessarily spoiling anything. I won't tell you the plot twist because that's kind of an important thing.
No, that's the huge thing here.
So anyway, but yeah.
Your lead actor is Michael Pena, who I've seen him in other things, but to me, the most memorable thing that I've seen is his character in the Ant-Man films.
His character in the Ant-Man films was a lot of fun, and it was great.
But, you know, for as funny as he is, he can play the straight man / action hero very well. He's not technically an action hero, but I think he does a great job.
Yeah, I think he does a good job playing a role that involves a lot of action, suspense, being able to portray the horror upon your face.
Yeah.
When you see stuff go off the rails.
And, you know, the one thing that I think Anessa and I both had a problem with is if you're being pursued by things that are trying to kill you, do not stop to hug your family. That's a good way to get shot. Now, I'm not saying that that's what happens, because it doesn't. But we're just like, man, somebody's going to get shot. Move.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you watch like horror movies, for example, and you have this person in a cabin and they run outside and they see their friend being eaten by a monster. And rather than be like, crap, I need to keep moving, they're like, I might just stand here and watch.
You know that they're the next person that's going to get killed. And you're like, come on.
So there's a similar thing that happens throughout the movie.
Yeah.
But whether or not people survive, I don't know.
Well, we do know, but we're not going to say. You'll just have to watch the film. How many flying saucers would you give it out of 5?
2.75.
I'm going to round it off and say I would give it 3.
My flying saucer like clipped a parked car on the way home.
Seems legit.
So, but yeah, I wasn't angry about the movie. I liked it. It wasn't like the best sci-fi movie ever, but I went in having no expectations aside from this looks like an alien invasion movie, and that's pretty much what we got.
And when you're hit with the twist, you're like, huh, I did not see that coming at all. So that was refreshing.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I would recommend it if you have like a Friday or Saturday afternoon, or you need something to watch during lunch, maybe split it up. Do like a half hour, 45 minutes one day, and then the rest the next day, because it's typically how I spend my lunches, is watching stuff. So anyway, yeah, I would recommend it.
Boom. There you go.
All right. If you have seen the movie and you agree or disagree with what Brad and I have said about it, feel free to leave us feedback, either on the YouTube, on the Twitters, on the Facebooks, or you can give us a call at 805-328-3966. That number again is 805-328-3966. You can also send us an email at aliens@gncasts.com. That's aliens@gncasts.com. And we did get a follow-up from our sighting that we did on the last episode from Dylan. If you recall, our last sighting was provided by one of our listeners, and he did say that he did use a cell phone to take the images that he sent to us. And he was happy to have this in our podcast and video, which we are also happy to include this in our podcast and video because it's not very often that we actually get a sighting from a listener. So that's super awesome.
That's always exciting. So
I know.
Thank you for that, Dylan.
Yes. And if you happen to have seen a sighting or have a story about one that you saw when, pre-cell phone days or your phone was dead or something, pass those along. Photos not required.
Yes, we will take the tale as well.
Yes. All right. So yeah, that's going to do it for this episode of the Alien Invasion, a Galactic Netcast production. If you'd like to read more about the stories we've covered on this episode or other content we've covered, click the links in the show notes. We'd like to thank the following: Monkey Warhol for providing our intro and between segment music. The songs are called Alien Syndrome and Lunar Orbit. You can find more of his music at monkeywarhol.bandcamp.com. Retvard von Dernberg, a composer from Germany, for our closing song called Bee Water. Learn more about him and his music at thecaravel.net. Ben Olson for recording our disclaimer audio at the start of this episode. benolson.com for more information. And Karina Maria for recording our in-between segments audio in our podcast episodes. And finally, thank you for listening. Final thoughts?
I'm trying to find movies that are alien related that are coming out, and I'm really
like to theaters
or Netflix or
Katie Sackhoff,
Iron Sky, The Coming Race.
Oh boy,
yeah,
is that like
that'll be the
movie
third
number
one.
3?
Yeah. Let's see.
Katie Sackhoff is coming out with Another Life in July, I believe. Is that a movie?
That's this month, and yes, it is.
I don't know. What month is it? The days tend to blend together. It was really bad when I was off for a week because I'm like, what day is this?
Yep.
Should I be at work right now? I don't know. So it's a series that's coming out. It's a show, not a movie, but a show.
Let's see. There's a documentary that's coming out this year called Memory: The Origins of Alien. And the description for this documentary, which is 95 minutes, the filmmakers said Memory: The Origins of Alien will reveal previously unseen materials from the archives of writer Dan O'Bannon, the designer H.R. Giger, including story notes, drawings, designs, behind-the-scenes footage, and O'Bannon's original 29-page memory script from 1971.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That took 8 years for that script to become a movie. And what a movie. Let's see. Pictures. Exhibit A Pictures have also conducted interviews of the film's cast and crew and relatives of Dan O'Bannon and Giger. I forgot that Dan O'Bannon died. Wow. Okay. Well, there you go. That's my thought. I can't wait to see that. The original Alien is my all-time favorite sci-fi horror film.
Well, it's great. There's a lot of,
hands down,
like, a lot of the fear is
it's all
psychological.
All atmosphere.
So it's like, ooh, it's dark, it's spooky. What could be around the corner?
Yep.
And it's great.
Absolutely.
It's not like those modern horror movies that go for the jump scare.
Or gore porn.
Or gore porn.
So there you go. That's my final thought. we got a documentary coming up that is going to be well worth watching about a really super awesome sci-fi classic.
Sweet.
Yeah. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it.
If I had a pipe.
Seems legit.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. Join us next week, and we'll talk to you then.
Yeah. Okay.
Bye.
Bye. For more shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Bye, Growly Bear.
Bye, Girly Bear.
Thanks for watching.